Welcome to Black and Blue with AK and Officer Jai. I am AK Kamara.
And I'm Jai Hansen.
On this podcast, we really want to dive into conversations about people that have been portrayed in a certain way, beat up by the media, and we're always going to have a very wide-ranging variety of guests with different ideologies. Our guest today is none other than former center of the Minnesota Vikings, Matt Birk. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Good to see you guys.
Hey.
I should mention that you also are running for Lieutenant Governor of the state of Minnesota.
There is that.
That is true. That is true.
Matt, you talk about your family. 8 kids, adopted 2 kids. I'm adopted. I have a brother that's adopted. One thing you and Scott Jensen talk about is the adoption tax credit of $2,500.
Yeah.
Can you go into a little bit about that and talk about your decision to adopt?
I actually think it's important to always mention when we talk about conservatism, I think that there's this box that a lot of people get put in.
Yeah.
And I'm a person that says, don't judge me by just the way that I look or the color of my skin. Judge me by the content of my character. And I think that this helps to break that narrative.
You came up with that?
I did. Yeah. I had a dream when I was sitting in a Birmingham jail. And
Damn, I had no idea that was you.
When you talk about adoption and how much you love your sons and that you don't differentiate, I think that shows your heart. And I think this is a part of the conversation that never gets talked about when we're talking about adoption. Our human experience has been that blood is what matters the most, right? That's been an average human experience. And I think that is a very poor way to look at it. I think, as you said, you love your sons that are adopted and not biological as much as you love your biological children. And I think that speaks to your character and to your heart. That's a decision that I think is hard for some people to imagine, but being able to do that. So, can you kind of tell me, where does that come from?
Let's talk a little bit about policies that you would like to see or something that you would champion for all of Minnesota, right? You're going to have to bring everybody together. And what are those, that picture looks like for you?
Tell me about what you've experienced since you've announced your political beliefs from people that knew you, that you had interacted with. Tell me, what's that been like? Have you had anybody that's come to you in private and said, man, I'm with you, but dude, I can't, like, publicly?
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll just start out by going to some of these areas, these low-income areas where they're asking for school choice. So when are we going to start listening to the people that actually need the help in this kind of situation?
Yeah.
Matt, talk a little bit about the crime. The people that you're talking to right now, some of your ideas for that. We had Scott on earlier. He gave some of the 10-point plan. First of all, your support for law enforcement. I also want to know what kind of reform you would like to see in law enforcement.
How do you feel the game of politics mentally compares to playing football? Are you surprised at how different it is, or do you think one is more difficult mentally than the other?
Looking back, are there times during this campaign so far where you looked at your wife or somebody and said, damn, I wish I could take that one back?
I want to do one last silly thing. So
Can we give you a tattoo?
All 3 of us have a tattoo on the side of our arm. Yeah. Mine says Free Kamara. I got this when I was 17 in Hollywood. What's yours say, man?
So mine's got 6 of my kids' names, and then my wife's middle name is Star, so it's got the star, right?
Nice.
This is how, but I have 8 kids.
Yeah.
So where are the other 2?
Yeah.
They're both 6 years old. Okay. I don't have them tattooed yet. And they're going to start asking questions. So
you got to get it,
November 9th, I'm going to get a tattoo.
Yeah,
there you go.
What's yours say, John?
I got a design. I got a Indian.
Oh, dang. You got like a whole thing.
That took some time right there.
Whoa, you put us to shame, man.